What is up, my friends? It's been a little while. Been doing a lot of riding, enjoying the great outdoors as we get into full summer mode. Temperature has heated up here in New York over the last week, especially this past weekend. We've had mid 80s, upper 80s with high humidity and all. But going out for those late afternoon rides seem to be like the most fun and the coolest, you know. But you know, I've been seeing lately on YouTube, I get a lot of One Wheel GT. I guess you call it hate. Not really. I mean, because I feel like it's unfair. All the negative attention that the One Wheel GT gets. You know, those are the type of videos that go viral. You know, the ghost riding videos, the overheating videos. Anything that can go wrong will naturally, you know, attract more attention. And like just when you go shopping on Amazon, right? When you look for a product, you go to see all the negative attention. You don't want to see anything positive, right? So I think that's what it is with the One Wheel GT. I feel like it's not right. It's not fair. Although the company itself, that's the problem. Like the company itself is on the hate train right now. You know, I'm not going to really get into that. I can't really say the word that every time I try and say this word, proprietary. I can never say it. It takes me like 4 or 5 tries. Proprietary. You know, just like Apple has done in the past. Why I stopped buying Apple phones with their friggin', you know, changing their charger ports every other year, you know, all that stuff that comes involved with Apple. That's kind of like what Future Motion is doing with their, you know, especially with their rim and wheel, you know, and tire, which pissed off a lot of people. It's like a lot of their antics have pissed off riders, and a lot of riders with the loudest voices are the ones that are the guys that maintain them too, and build mods for your XR and stuff like that. So I feel like a lot of these channels that praise the XR, that make parts for the XR, that want to sell you stuff for the XR, those are the channels that are going to be the loudest about the GT. Oh, they hate the GT. Oh man, gotta mod this thing so bad, you know? Just like they had to mod their XR so much. When the XR came out stock, it was horrible. People forget, right? I mean, I have over 1,400 miles on my XR before I got my GT, and I got on that GT for the first time and instantly put my XR on eBay to sell. Like, I did not need it anymore. But we'll get to that in a second with the GT. But let me get back into these YouTube channels that hate the GT so much because they can't sell you parts right away. They have to make them. They have to go back to the drawing board. They were selling you XR mods for years now, and now they have to go back to the drawing board. So of course the GT is garbage, you know. When I first got my XR, the grip tape, I spent almost the same amount of money as I spent on a stock GT. The stock XR, the grip tape sucked. I had to buy a new grip tape. You had like carpenter sandpaper. That's what it felt like you were standing on. You know, no concave foot pads, although I didn't change the foot pads, but I would get foot fatigue really quickly. Constantly nosediving. I'm in my mid-40s. I don't need to be nosediving all the time. When I first got my XR, I was like over 220 pounds, so that thing, when I would try and accelerate, it was like a school bus taking off. I remember being in like intersections and just getting this thing to freaking get in the foot pads to sense my feet, and then taking off at, you know, 1 mile per hour like a school bus. It's kind of quite embarrassing. I'm glad I don't have to worry about that anymore. I hop on that GT and I just rock it off. 0 to 20 in seconds, where it would take me to get to 18 miles an hour on an XR. You know, it'll take me a mile of pure momentum. I didn't have to go downhill, you know what I'm saying? Underpowered. I had to buy fangs. I had to invest in fangs because I was constantly getting thrown off. The fangs helped my XR bounce back up and keep me alive. I also bought flight fins, and I needed a new handle. Remember that XR handle was terrible. Terrible. You break your wrists, break your fingers right off. The GT handle comes, you know, stock. That's why you get a lot of negative attention coming from the GT. You know, these YouTube creator channels that like to tinker with their XRs, you know, and sell you parts, basically, or maintain and repair stuff, give you upgrades. They're the ones with the most to lose, so of course they're gonna be barking. You know, they hate Future Motion sucks. They didn't get a free one, you know, they didn't get a free One Wheel GT for review. That also makes them pissed. You know what I mean? So that's why you're gonna get a more biased review. than the random YouTuber, you know, that hops on a GT for the first time and is an instant love, and they make a 20-minute video telling you how great it is. Like, why not believe them? You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna believe the guys that are pissed off, you know, about the GTs. Now, with the overheating, that's a common one. I've been riding my GT hard over the last couple of weeks. 80s, 85 degrees. We had some upper 80s, you know, weather. Going hard as always. I love to ride that GT. Is fast to the brink of 20 miles an hour all the time, carving either the trails or the smooth pavement. I go to Jones Beach. They got a 20-mile track. I'm always trying to find new excuses to take the one wheel out and just ride it. Love that GT. My One Wheel GT has never overheated, not once. Going from 100% battery to 0 battery, I mean to 10%, taking it down to 10, 15%, no problems whatsoever. And it's a lot more torquier than the XR as far as when the battery goes down below 50%. I remember I would never want to take my XR below 50 because it would dip or nosedive. There's a higher chances of nosediving or dipping when below like 40%, whereas the GT, it's still torquey below, you know, below that percentage. The GT will keep you alive, man. Will keep you from falling, especially if you're a bigger guy. I feel like, all right, so the XR, if you're a small guy, if you're a little man, around 150 to 170 pounds, you probably won't need a GT. It's not gonna buck you as easy if you're lighter. I have over 400 miles ridden on my GT. Not a single problem, no ghost rides. You'd have to mod your XR out. You know, if you still were buying a brand new XR, you'd have to, you know, upgrade your grip tape. You'd have to get a handle. This GT eliminates the need for fangs. You know, it's just a better board, stock. You know what I mean? Am I still gonna want to tweak this board? Yeah, I'm probably gonna be looking for a softer tire when some tires become more readily available by the aftermarket. I love to support the aftermarket. I love craft and ride. You know, I already got a new rear foot pad. It wasn't even that expensive. I enjoy modding, you know, my boards, personalizing it even more. I have big feet, so I got I did a review on my rear foot pad from Craft and Ride. See that on my channel. And I also pre-ordered some flight fins because I like to ride aggressive and I like to go airborne. And I noticed that sometimes when I'm dropping off high curves, when I bounce, when I jump, when I land, I sometimes lose my footing. So that's why I love those fins. They help block my feet in when I jump. And I miss that from my XR. A lot of people want to talk crap about Future Motion. Let me tell you, the resale value of their products are very high. You know, you can say what you want to say about the company. I sold my One Wheel XR with 1,400 miles on it. It sold on eBay for $1,900 with 50 bids on it. That will give you a little example of the quality of their boards. You want to say it's shitty quality, it's not true. So anyways, you're not going to find too much for me to complain about when it comes to the GT. The one thing that comes to mind for me going from the XR to the GT is I just wish they would have kept the rim size the same. That's just like the worst thing. I think they just want. I think Future Motion just wanted to stick it in, you know, to screw the aftermarket companies that way, and I think it was just a stupid move on Future Motion. They created a lot more enemies. You created this hate brigade on the company by, you know, that was a huge one right there. Changing the rim size, should have left it. It does make the ride a little more rigid, but I've gotten used to it. You know, you drop the PSI a little bit, I'm sure we'll see some other tires coming out and some softer treads. We're gonna see something from the aftermarket world. As far as wobbly tires, I just laugh whenever I read a comment or hear a YouTuber say, "Oh, the One Wheel GT is so squirrely." I mean, do you see me wobbling as you watch my ride here? Do you see me wobble whatsoever? I'm a 45-year-old guy. I'm old. Do you see me wobbling around? I hit this board hard. I ride it hard. There's no wobbling. You just got to build up your strength, your body conditioning to, you know, the wobbling is you know. I used to wobble on my XR. It was me. You know, I didn't, my ankles, my calves, everything got stronger as I put mileage on these boards. Your body, your core strength increases. You get stronger and you just become better. You're bouncing off potholes and bumps, dropping off curbs like it's nothing. I haven't had any nosedives except for, like, you know, hitting some soft dirt on a trail. If that even counts as a nosedive. I mean, the nose dives and I fell off. That was the only time I've ever fallen off on the board. It was on riding hard on the trails, and I hit like this gopher hole, like a little sand pit, and boom, I got buried in the sand and the board went forward. It's not, you know, it's not like it's a 4x4, you know. But anyway, no wobbles. She rides like a Porsche, I'm telling you. I love this thing, and like I said, the only problem with the board, in my opinion, was the 1.5 inch size, bigger rim, but you get used to it. And the extra height gives you a little more leverage for ripping into a turn, man. I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to share my thoughts and my love for the One Wheel GT. You know, the company has some work to do as far as making the fans happier. The hate brigade, I feel like, comes from the XR fanboys that don't want you to get a GT. You know, they don't like the GT, so therefore it's garbage. They don't even have one, but yet it's garbage. I don't know. That's just my opinion. None of the matter. I'm just sharing my thoughts. Very outspoken on this channel. So anyways, if you enjoyed the video, throw me a like, hit the subscribe button for more One Wheel content. I also go on some Meeple Hurricane rides and cover arcade games and whatnot. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, we'll talk to you again real soon. Peace!